My name is Veronica. I'm 16 years old and I live in Ward 1. I definitely think that an important thing to do to prevent violence is giving people things to do. So programs like the Marion Barry Summer Youth Employment Program and the This School Year Internship Program that DOES does is very important for preventing violence, because when you have things to do, you're less likely to be involved in violence. I do think that there should be consequences, but I don't think that that should be the main thing. I think a lot of the focus should be on rehabilitation for people that have been involved in violence, because oftentimes there are a lot of underlying issues like mental health and just upbringing that can lead somebody to be involved in violence. So I think those issues should be addressed so that they can make positive change in their environment instead of being involved in violence. I definitely think that violence has gone up in DC in the past few months, but I think that it's a reflection of national issues that we have, the lack of legislation controlling guns, and also other issues that can manifest into violence, poverty and child neglect. So I think a lot your upbringing can have a large effect on whether you are involved in violence, because if you witness violence at home, you may be more likely to replicate those violent actions. I also think neglect is a big part of violence, because when you aren't getting a lot of attention and care at home, you may try to find other outlets where you can get that attention, and that can be violence oftentimes. I do think that violence perpetuated by adults can affect students, because kind of your first exposure to how you act is usually your parents or whoever you're growing up with, and I believe they're supposed to be a role model, because as children we kind of take in everything like a sponge, and we may reflect behaviors that we witness at home, and if those behaviors are violent, then we may pervade violence in the future. I guess we could focus on violence with intersectionality in mind, understanding how multiple identities can overlap to create a unique experience is important, because there's not violence has multiple layers to it, so addressing other issues like police response times, making sure that there's equity within that, can help address violence in a I guess just a better way.